What's going on, my trainer club? Today we are going to check out the Rhyhorn Community Day pre-tips to help you guys make sure that you have the right resources and everything saved up going into the event. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below which Pokemon did you vote for Community Day, and I am so excited to go and do this because number one, I am going to be in Atlanta, Georgia, probably doing it in Smyrna Market Village. So if you guys are anywhere around that area, definitely come out there. I'm going to be posting a graphic soon for the meetup. Number two, I'm super hyped on this Rhyhorn because it's got some details in here that I think can really make it effective depending on how good the Rock Wrecker move gets. And number three, I know that I'm going to be doing another video next week to help you guys prep with the official prep guide. But right now, we always do the pre-prep guide to make sure that you guys have the resources and everything going into the event. And since there are so many events happening in February, I don't want you guys to lose sight of one of the most influential events because 3 hours with triple Stardust is going to be the bonus. I think that, you know, a lot of us are getting into the Go Battle League. We need that Stardust boost. This is going to be a fantastic time to do so. And then also, thetrainerclub.com if you want to check out some of these beanies. So definitely get on over there. So now we're going to get into all the details, and I'm going to give you my top 5 tips to make sure you guys are ready and prepped to go to succeed and have all the resources you need to max out on this 3 times catch Stardust, which is going to include a lot. So this is going to be February 22nd in the Northern Hemisphere. It's going to be 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then in the Southern Hemisphere, for everybody that is experiencing summer right now, it's going to be from 3 to 6 p.m. and that's going to be local time for you guys. So make sure you guys are ready and prepped for this. It's going to be so much fun. I'm excited about this shiny. I don't know about you guys, but Rhyhorn, I've been constantly thinking like, why and where is this Pokemon going to come in? I did not expect to vote on it, but I did expect the shiny to come out, but not as the Community Day. So let's do this. And then that brings us into our tip number 1, which is the most impactful thing that's going on during this event, which is going to be the feature, which is going to be the 3 times Stardust. So it's going to be a 3-hour event. The star pieces are not going to be boosted, so you're going to need 6 star pieces, which I say is an absolute must. If you're not a player that spends money on the game, you need to start putting your Pokemon in gyms every single day, getting at least 8 hours and getting it kicked out, maybe linking up with some of your other players in the local area to make sure you guys have this cycle going and people can drop in gyms and then the other team can kick you out and replace, and then you can keep this cycle going so that you guys can get all your coins and you can save up, because you absolutely must have the 6 star pieces to help you max out. I think it is absolutely crucial to max out on Stardust, which we're going to get into a couple more tips here. And the reason why I'm doing this now is because we also have the Valentine's Day coming up starting on the 14th going all the way to the 17th, and there's going to be shiny happening in the eggs. So I don't want you guys to blow through a ton of eggs and waste all of your star pieces on these eggs, because 3 times catch Stardust is going to be more impactful than going in this direction and using it for hatching eggs. Trust me on this. You can do a ton, and especially since that the Rhyhorn is going to be rock and ground, so it's going to be boosted in the partly cloudy weather as well as the sunny weather. So there's 2 weather conditions that can conduce you guys to get even more Stardust bonus for the weather boost. And then also 2 other things in tip number 1 that are going to contribute to the items pineapple berries, because Rhyhorn is getting it rarer and rarer because it's a Gen 1 Pokemon. So we're moving in Gen 5, we're going to be going to Gen 6 at some point, not super soon, but we will be, because that means that these Generation 1 Pokemon that were at some point so incredibly common are going to get rarer and rarer, because all these spawns are going to be split throughout all these generations with a little bit more emphasis on the most new generation Pokemon. So you definitely want to stack up on Pineapps and get as much candy. If you don't have a ton of Rhyhorn candy, you should go into Rhyperior. And then finally, we want to use premium lures, and I want to emphasize this. You guys must post in your community. Do not let people put random lures on all of these stops when you can do magnetic lures, because they're going to boost the electric and rock type Pokemon. So this magnetic lure, number 1, it's going to spawn Pokemon a whole lot faster, and number 2, it's going to be going for the entire 3 hours. So you want to have the premium lures during Community Day, because you're going to kick out more Pokemon, and since it is already boosted through this type of lure, it's definitely a lure module that you want to utilize. So save up your coins to purchase on these. And also, as far as items, you definitely want to be stacking up on your Sinnoh Stones, which is going to mean you want to do your 3 battles every day with your trainers, right? Against either in Great League, Ultra League, Master League. You can practice for the Ultra League right now as far as the Go Battle League. If you guys want to check out the top 25 Pokemon, you can do that up here. Also, battle the 3 team leaders. You have 3 chances to battle, which can also give you Sinnoh Stones. And then finally, make sure to complete your research, because on the 7th research day, you can get Sinnoh Stones as well. So this is a great way, doing it on a consistent basis every single day, to start stacking up and being ready because going from Rhydon into Rhyperior, you're going to need a Sinnoh Stone, which is going to bring me to my tip number 2. So if you guys did check out my last Stack These 2 Tasks Now video, if you didn't, you want to see it, you can go here. But the relevant tasks now are no longer going to be Cranidos, because if you followed my tips, you would have Cranidos stacked in the front of your bag that you are going to go and blow through and catch with Pineapple Berries during the first day of the Valentine's Day event, and then you're going to switch over to the Umbreon and Espeon. But you can switch over right now because there's no more Cranidos tasks to be had. So the Battle 3 Go Rocket Grunts is going to give you an Espeon 100% IV. It's going to be 1358. So I would suggest giving it a red raspberry at least. If you have a ton of golden raspberries, you can do that, because you do not want these Pokemon popping out and slowing you down when you're catching them during the community day. And then number 2, we have Battle in a Raid, which is going to give you an Umbreon 100% IV at 916, and you're not going to catch these Pokemon during this time. You are actually going to run from it, and then it's going to be sitting in the furthest back in your stack of your stack research tasks. So you're going to want to do this as much as possible. The easiest one is going to be the Espeon, because you can easily battle 3 Rocket Grunts. And if you want to do the other one, I would suggest stacking at least 3, and stacking 3 at least every time, because these are pretty easy tasks to get, and it's going to be the second tier evolution Pokemon, so you're going to get a lot more Stardust, and it's going to be great to capitalize in between catching your Rhyhorns with your star pieces on. Which is going to bring me to my tip number 3. Tip number 3 is going to be kind of a guess based on this stats of the Rhyperior compared to the Rampardos, which we're about to check out, and the potential of the Rock Wrecker move to be pretty dominant, hopefully, which we don't know yet. It's not loaded in the game. It could really hold some weight as Rhyperior as a rock attacker. So as far as the stats go, Rhyperior has an attack stat of 241, which is ranked 63, a defense of 190, ranked 107, and a stamina of 251, ranked at 21. The Rampardos has an attack of 295, ranked 6, and the Rampardos has a defense at 109, which is going to be ranked 487, and then a stamina 219, which is pretty decent, at a rank 78. So if we're looking at the stat comparisons, I know that Rampardos is going to beat the DPS for this Rhyperior every single time. Like, there's just no comparison at all. And then as far as the other 2 stats, there is room to gain in the TDO category, which can and probably will, if this move is influential enough, bump the Rhyperior up as the top rock attacker. Maybe not the number 1, but very close to the Rampardos. And since it's going to be so common and prevalent during this day, it's going to be a great Pokemon to have. And since we just had an event with a ton of lucky friends coming through, I would suggest that you guys save at least 1 or 2 lucky friends that you guys are committed to potentially trade the shiny Rhyperiors with. You definitely want to do it if it becomes relevant, or even if it doesn't become relevant, you should have a decent amount of lucky friends stacked up that maybe you just want to do it anyway because it's going to be a cool shiny. Which is going to bring me into my tip number 4. Tip number 4 is going to be the Friends Fest. So this is going to be from February 21st all the way to the 24th. During this time frame, you are going to be ranking up with friends faster. So right now, I would say to start focusing on the bottom of your list friends and start bumping those guys up right now that you've been wanting to try to hit best friends, because best friends have the potential to get you lucky friends on interactions. Number 1, because you're actually able to unlock the potential for lucky friends, but number 2, you're able to get that XP when you do rank up. So ranking these friends up right now is going to give you a tremendous boost if you're trying to get to level 40 or you have any XP goals in mind for yourself. So start ranking those friends up as of right now. And tip number 5, in line with this Friends Fest, is you're going to get 2 times trade candy when you are going in with the Rhyperiors, or any Pokemon as that matter. But since we're talking about Rhyperior right now, if you have somebody that plays a little bit further than you, or is on vacation, or is playing Community Day somewhere else, like I'm going to be in Atlanta, if I bring back the Rhyperiors to Illinois, we are over 100 kilometers, so we're going to be getting 6 candy per trade, which would normally be 3 candy, which is going to be a very influential task to have for you guys to go after candy, right? Like, this is going to be great. So make sure if you do have this scenario capable for you, you do want to go after it. So that's going to do it, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope this helped you guys get ready and prep for Community Day. I know that I'm going to have another official guide coming out in about a week. So I just wanted to make sure that since we have 2 events coming up right around the same time, I kind of get you guys prepped, especially for those star pieces. And then we obviously need the Sinnoh Stones and to start saving our coins for the magnetic lures, because they're going to be the most impactful during this day. So I appreciate all my likers, commenters, subscribers, and Patreon members for taking their subscriptions to the next level. I'm going to see all you guys out on that next video. Peace! I just want to take a moment and sincerely thank all of my Patreon members, everybody that has taken their subscription to the next level and chosen to support me on this platform. I greatly appreciate you guys. As a growing channel and really trying to grow and improve as much as I possibly can, I really appreciate the extra support. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I cannot wait to connect with you soon, and I appreciate you guys all for being a part of the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on the next video.